In the world's oceans, 95% of the underwater world remains unexplored and unseen by human eyes. About that for a moment. It's a staggering thought. Our planet is covered by more than 70% water, and yet, we've barely scratched the surface, quite literally, of what lies beneath those rolling waves and tranquil sea surfaces. Oceans, seas, bays, gulfs, and inlets, they form a vast, interconnected, and largely uncharted aquatic frontier. It is a realm where sunlight fades, temperatures drop, and pressures rise. It is a place where the rules of life as we know it are rewritten, and where the unimaginable becomes reality. Now consider the cornucopia of life forms that inhabit these unseen depths. From the eerily beautiful to the downright alien, these creatures are as varied and diverse as the environments they inhabit. Luminescent anglerfish with their built-in fishing rods, giant squids with eyes the size of dinner plates, and jellyfish that seem more like floating specters than aquatic animals, are but a few examples of the strange, the wonderful, and the downright bizarre life forms that call the deep sea home. They are the denizens of an environment that is as harsh and unforgiving as it is mysterious and unknown. An environment that is as alien to us as the farthest reaches of outer space. But it's not just the life forms that captivate our imaginations. The ocean itself, with its vast unending expanse, its crushing depths, and its hidden landscapes, is equally fascinating. Underwater mountains taller than Everest, trenches deeper than the Grand Canyon, and vast plains as wide as continents all lie hidden beneath the ocean's surface. So when we gaze upon the ocean, we are in fact staring into an abyss filled with unknown mysteries and unseen creatures. A world where the familiar gives way to the fantastic, and where the known is dwarfed by the unknown. A world that is waiting, patiently, for us to explore, understand, and ultimately to respect and protect. Before we delve deeper into the mysteries of the deep, let's take a moment to connect. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating deep dives into the unknown. Your support helps us continue to explore and bring these captivating stories from the depths of the sea and the depths of our minds to you. We appreciate your engagement and look forward to sharing more enlightening content with you. Now, let's dive back into the depths of the mysterious ocean and the human mind. Our brains are wired to fear what we don't understand, what we can't see, and what could potentially harm us. This is not a mere philosophical musing, but an established fact. The human mind, with its exquisite complexity and potential, is nonetheless a creature of habit. It thrives on patterns, predictability, and the known. When confronted with the unknown, the mind responds with a primal strategy for survival: fear. This psychological aspect of fear is not just confined to the realm of individual experiences. It's a universal human response, deeply embedded in our collective consciousness. Over the years, numerous studies have sought to explore this phenomenon. One such study, published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, found that humans are more afraid of unknown threats than known ones. The study suggests that the fear of the unknown may be a fundamental fear, transcending the fear of death, spiders, or even public speaking. So why does the unknown instill such deep-seated fear in us? The answer lies in the evolutionary roots of our species. Our ancestors who were able to anticipate and avoid potential dangers had a better chance of survival. This survival instinct has been passed down through generations, and it continues to influence our behavior today. However, while this fear response served our ancestors well, it may not always be beneficial in our modern world. It can lead to irrational fears and anxiety when faced with situations that we don't fully understand. Now consider the ocean, a vast expanse of water that covers more than 2/3 of our planet's surface. Its depths are largely unexplored and teeming with life forms that we know very little about. The ocean, in its vastness and mystery, is a perfect embodiment of the unknown. It's an environment that is alien to us, filled with unseen dangers and strange creatures. We can't predict what lies beneath the surface, and this uncertainty can trigger our primal fear response. The unknown depths of the ocean perfectly encapsulate all these elements, leading to a deep-rooted fear. It's a fear that is as old as humanity itself, a fear that speaks to the very core of our being. And it's a fear that continues to captivate our imagination and shape our understanding of the world. There's even a term for the fear of deep water, thalassophobia. This might sound like an exotic term, but it's a very real fear for many people. Thalassophobia is a specific phobia that involves an intense and persistent fear of deep bodies of water such as the sea or ocean. So what makes thalassophobia different from other phobias? Well, it's not just about being afraid of water. People with thalassophobia fear what can't be seen in the water's depths. It's the vast, open, and largely unexplored spaces that trigger a sense of dread and terror. Common symptoms of thalassophobia include rapid heart rate, trembling, shortness of breath, and an overwhelming desire to get away from the water. Some people may even feel nauseous or dizzy when they're near the ocean or large bodies of water. The fear can be so intense that it prevents people from enjoying beach vacations or even going near the water. But here's an interesting fact. Thalassophobia can also manifest in people who've never been near the ocean. This is because the fear is more about the unknown than the water itself. The deep sea is one of the least explored places on Earth, and that mystery can be terrifying. It's the fear of what could be lurking in the darkness, the fear of the unseen, that makes thalassophobia so unique. Now, you might be wondering how thalassophobia is different from aquaphobia, which is the fear of water. While the two phobias may seem similar, they are distinctly different. Aquaphobia is a fear of water in general, including small amounts like in a bathtub or a pool. Thalassophobia, on the other hand, is specifically related to the fear of vast, open spaces, particularly the sea or ocean. Thalassophobia often stems from a fear of the unknown. The ocean, with its vastness and depth, is a symbol of the unknown. It's an environment that is largely unexplored and unpredictable, and that can stir up feelings of fear and anxiety. The deep, dark ocean is a perfect trigger for thalassophobia, with its vast, open, and largely unexplored spaces. The fear of what lies beneath the surface, the fear of the unknown, is what makes thalassophobia such a fascinating and complex fear to explore. Another unsettling aspect of the ocean is the sheer darkness that lies beneath. As we journey deeper into the ocean, sunlight becomes a distant memory. This is because sunlight can only penetrate about 1,000 feet into the ocean, a mere fraction of its average depth. Beyond this point, known as the euphotic zone, the ocean plunges into perpetual darkness. The ocean's abyssal zone, which starts around 13,000 feet deep, is shrouded in an eternal night. Here, the pressure is as crushing as the darkness, capable of squashing a human like an aluminum can. It's a world where strange, alien-like creatures, adapted to the harsh conditions, make their home. But why does this darkness matter to us, surface-dwelling humans? Well, it feeds into our fear of the unknown. We are creatures of light, adapted to the rhythm of day and night. When we're plunged into darkness, our senses that usually guide us become useless. We're left feeling vulnerable and disoriented. In the ocean's darkness, our imaginations run wild. We start to picture monstrous creatures, unseen dangers lurking just out of sight. This isn't helped by the fact that some of the creatures we've discovered in the deep sea do look like they've come straight out of a horror movie. Moreover, there's the fear of isolation. In the deep ocean, you are alone. There's no one to hear you scream, no one to come to your rescue. It's a fear that's been amplified by movies like Open Water and The Abyss. But it's not all doom and gloom. This darkness also holds a certain allure. It's a world that's largely unexplored, a final frontier here on Earth. It's a place where we can still make new discoveries, learn more about our planet, and maybe even about ourselves. So, yes, the darkness of the ocean can be terrifying, but it's also fascinating. A reminder of the vast, unexplored world that lies just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. The darkness underneath adds another layer of mystery and fear to our perception of the ocean, but it also adds a layer of intrigue and wonder, a call to explore and understand the unknown. The ocean is not only deep and dark, but it's also immensely powerful. Let's think about this for a moment. The ocean, that vast expanse of water that covers more than 70% of our planet, holds within it a force that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. This force comes to life in the form of waves, currents, and storms, each element revealing a different aspect of the ocean's power. Imagine standing on a beach, watching as wave after wave rolls onto the shore. Each one, in its simplicity, is a testament to the ocean's might. They are born from the energy that travels through the water, an energy so powerful that it can move masses of water hundreds, even thousands of miles. And when these waves grow in size, when they become tsunamis, their power is undeniable and their impact devastating. Then there are the currents, those seemingly invisible pathways that meander through the ocean. They are the ocean's circulatory system, moving warm and cold water across the globe. They influence our climate, guide marine life, and even direct our ships. But they can also be treacherous. Rip currents, for example, can pull even the strongest swimmers out to sea in a matter of seconds. And who could forget about the storms? Hurricanes, typhoons, cyclones. These are the ocean's most dramatic displays of power. Born from the heat and moisture of the ocean's surface, they grow, swirling and spinning until they release their fury on our coastlines. They serve as a humbling reminder of the ocean's strength and our own vulnerability. This power, in all its forms, can be intimidating. It adds to the mystery, the uncertainty, and the fear that many of us associate with the ocean. And yet, it also adds to the ocean's allure, its beauty, and its significance. For the ocean's power is not just a source of fear, but also a source of life, driving the cycles and systems that sustain our planet. The ocean's power is a stark reminder of our vulnerability when we venture into its depths. Our fear of the ocean is also fueled by countless stories and myths. Let's dive into a few of these tales that have been passed down through generations, tales that make our hearts race and our minds imagine the unimaginable. These stories, while mostly fiction, have a way of amplifying our natural fear of the ocean's depths. One of the oldest and most famous sea creatures in lore is the kraken, a gigantic sea monster from Scandinavian mythology. Described as a colossal octopus or squid, the kraken was said to dwell off the coasts of Norway and Greenland. Tales of this mammoth beast sinking entire ships with its massive tentacles have been whispered around sailors' taverns for centuries. Moving to the other side of the world, we find the Leviathan. Originating from ancient Canaanite literature and later adopted into Christian, Jewish, and Islamic texts, the Leviathan is often depicted as a serpentine creature of monstrous proportions. This sea beast, capable of breathing fire and causing whirlpools, is said to rule over all creatures in the sea. Closer to our time, stories of mermaids and sirens have also contributed to the fear of the ocean. These mythical creatures, often depicted as beautiful women with fishtails, are said to lure sailors with their enchanting music and voices, only to lead them to their doom. And let's not forget the Bermuda Triangle, a modern myth that continues to baffle and intrigue us. This region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean is notorious for the mysterious disappearances of aircraft and ships, contributing to the fear and respect we have for the ocean's power. These stories, each a piece of our cultural fabric, have served to enhance our fear of the ocean. While we know most of these tales are born from imagination, they continue to instill a sense of dread and respect for the deep, dark waters. These stories, though mostly born from imagination, have a lasting impact on our collective fear of the ocean. While the ocean can be scary, it's also a place of immense beauty and wonder. This sentence rings true for many of us, doesn't it? The vast expanse of water stretching as far as the eye can see can indeed be intimidating. But just like any fear, it can be overcome. The first step towards overcoming thalassophobia, or the fear of the ocean, is gaining knowledge. The unknown is often what fuels our fears. So the more we know about the ocean, its depth, its inhabitants, and its role in our world, the less intimidating it becomes. Pick up a book, watch a documentary, or listen to a podcast about the ocean. You'll be surprised how much there is to learn and how fascinating it truly is. Gradual exposure is another effective method. Start by visiting a beach, then gradually wade into shallower waters. Over time, you can venture further out. Remember, it's not a race. Take your time and go at your own pace. It's about making progress, not setting records. Engaging with the ocean in a positive way can also help. This could be through water sports, snorkeling, or even sailing. These activities can help you build a positive relationship with the ocean, replacing fear with excitement and anticipation. Remember, overcoming fear doesn't mean eliminating it completely. It's natural to have a healthy respect for the ocean. After all, it's a powerful force of nature. But respect doesn't have to equate to fear. By understanding the ocean, its vastness, and its mysteries, we can replace fear with admiration. We can appreciate its beauty and marvel at its wonder. We can respect its power without being overwhelmed by it. The ocean is a world of its own, filled with diverse life forms and breathtaking landscapes. It's a place where we can find peace, adventure, and maybe even a part of ourselves. Understanding and respecting the ocean can help us overcome our fears and appreciate its beauty and mystery. So let's dive in, shall we? We all have our personal experiences and thoughts about the ocean. It's a world that exists parallel to ours, vast and teeming with life, yet so different and mysterious. Perhaps you've dipped your toes into its cool, salty embrace, or maybe you've ventured deeper, diving into its dark, unseen depths. The ocean can be a source of fear for some, a place where the unknown lurks beneath the surface. For others, it's a source of fascination and wonder, a place of discovery and adventure. Have you ever felt a shiver of fear at the thought of what lies beneath those dark waters? Or maybe you've been drawn to the ocean's depths, eager to explore its hidden treasures? We invite you to share your own experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever felt the fear of the deep waters? Or perhaps you've overcome it? Your stories matter. Share your thoughts and experiences with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the deep. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the unknown. Your support helps us bring more captivating stories from the depths of the sea and the human mind. Every like, share, and subscribe makes a huge difference. It's because of you, our community, that we're able to continue this voyage into the unseen depths, bringing you along on our journey to unravel the mysteries of the deep. We hope you've been inspired, enlightened, and maybe even a bit challenged by our journey together. The ocean is a vast, mysterious place, but it's also an incredible source of inspiration and discovery. And remember, every journey starts with a single step, or in this case, a single splash. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the deep. Stay curious, stay brave, and keep exploring. We'll see you in the next deep dive.